Hi, welcome to the 2 o'clock break hour with me. That's not the official name of this channel. I hope you can hear me. I try to put my phone a certain way where you can see me and hear me at the same time. I'll try to speak as loudly as I can, but I wanted to come on here tonight with a little word of patience. And I probably have spoken about patience in the past. I'm pretty sure I've spoken about it on a previous video, but I feel like God put it on my heart to come to talk to everyone about timing and how your timing is not God's timing. And you may have heard that before, but I mean, you can hear it again, right? For the last few weeks, I have been growing increasingly frustrated with just a few things that have been going on in my life. And I'm like, Lord, when though? Like when? Like when? And I mean, of course, you know, everybody has their own things that they're waiting on. When is the next career? When am I going to get that house? When am I going to get that husband? When am I going to get a wife? You know, when am I going to get that car? When is the loan going to come through? And that's literally when we have to exercise faith. And God said faith of a mustard seed, so that's like really small. Sometimes my faith is as wide as a shoestring or even a thread, you know what I mean? I feel like I had to come on here to not only speak to myself, but to speak to somebody out there that is really struggling with this. We try so hard to do things on our own. Like, we try so hard to make things happen, to get things shaken, right? And then when things don't go right, we fall to pieces. We cry. Like me, I be crying. We get mad, we get frustrated, and that's because we have been leaning on our own timing, our own way. And we can say, oh, we prayed and this and that, but when we pray, we have to also leave it where it is with God. And we don't do that. We pray and we still be moving on our own way. We still be trying to do our own thing, and the two do not align. Okay, I have been so annoyed with certain situations, and it can also get frustrating when people say to you for years, oh, this is going to happen for you, oh, it's going to be great, things are going to be great. And it's like, can you please just shut up? That's so rude. But you get to that point where I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nobody tell me it's going to be all right. I don't want people to tell me, oh, it's going to happen. I don't want people to tell me I'm going to be successful and great and I'm going to have this family and all of that. And I'm like, shawty, I'm 86. What family? You know? And I'm not 86. But we can't do that. We have to let it go. We have such a terrible, not terrible, I shouldn't say terrible, but we have such a hard time with doing things in God and letting Him work. We're so prideful And people work their hands to the bone and then complain like, I worked so hard, I did this, I did that. And but did you really pray? Did you really like let it go? And if somebody was to ask me that, I would say nope. Nope. We can't make ourselves victims and then get mad because we did the thing without giving it to God first. We just went straight on like, God, you don't know what you're doing, just give it to me. And you know, just get mad at the situation when it doesn't work out. I don't know what else to say. I really, I didn't intend on even making a video, but we have to be patient. When things don't turn out the way that you wanted, you have to understand that there's something else greater out there that God is curating just for you and for me, for you and for me. I had a friend that was also kind of like in the same situation as me, and they're like, you know, for years and years and years, I hear this thing, I hear that, I see, you know, friends progressing and everything, and you know, I wonder like, God, like, what are you doing? And sometimes we in our flesh, right? In our flesh, we'll ask God, like, did you forget about me? What's going on? Like, why is my journey so long? Why am I seeing people that haven't even been doing right progressing? And that's not our business to even ask. Somebody might be looking at us and think like, dang, like she got it all. When we're looking at somebody else like, wow, they got it all. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's story is different. Everybody's chapter reads differently. And we have to let God do the work. If you are a believer, if you're out there and you're stressed out, you know, stress causes so many physical sicknesses and illnesses. I mean, like, if you, you know, if you are kind of aware of how things work, stress is not only mental, it can go into the physical. I think I even mentioned that on another video. But anyway, why go through the trauma and the dramas of life, especially when you can't do anything about it? Why? If you don't have the money to do the thing, then save up, maybe get another job and try again later. Okay, I'll tell you a story. 3 years ago, I was trying to get a house. I had the money, but my credit wasn't where it was supposed to be. And I'm like, dang, if I have the money, you know, let me in. And I went through so many loopholes and things was just not working out. And it got to the point where I had to use the money that I had saved up to get a house to do some other things. So I didn't have the money, but then my credit did go up, but then I didn't have enough money. And I was just like, Lord, like, what is going on? Some houses that I saw was just up my alley, perfect for me. And just when I think I had a chance, it got taken off the market, or something happened where it didn't work out. Then I would find another one, like, oh, let me, you know, see what I can do here. It never worked out. And I was like, God, like, what is this? I'm annoyed. But in the end, he showed me why it didn't work out. And I'm not ashamed to say that I'm like, you know, I have a home, right? I just wanted another home. But God was like, nah, like, you want to stay right here because I have a purpose for you here. You don't see what it is yet, but you will. But I need for you to chill out and do due diligence by trusting me. If you believe in me, have faith in me, then you're gonna just chill for a second. And at that time, it was so crazy. I had such high anxiety that I began to form stomach ulcers, and it is the most weirdest, painful stomach thing that you can experience. If you never experienced it, you'll know that something is not right when it's happening. And I was drinking with the Myalex or whatever, that little chalky stuff to coat my stomach, and I didn't understand that me trying so hard to get this house and all of the side issues that I was dealing with was contributing to these stomach issues. And it was bad. It lasted for weeks. And I finally put up the white flag and was like, you know what? This is not working. Lord, you're quiet. You're not saying nothing. You're not showing me anything. So I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to chill. And eventually things start coming together. Not in a way that I thought, right? We always thinking we know the best way. We always thinking we know that we know what we're doing. And sometimes we don't. Who's to say that I would have gotten at home and something drastic would have happened and I wouldn't have had that much money to get whatever needed to be fixed. And who was to say that it might not have been the best neighborhood, and I found out about it later. And I was doing my homework at that time, but I was also so impatient that I was just trying to get out of my situation at the time, not knowing that my situation wasn't that bad. It was just my mindset and where I was at that time. So I said all that to say I was working on my own time, and that caused me to be sick. I was trying to trust God, but I didn't put my full trust in him. I just didn't. I was just like, no, this has to be the way. This has to be the way. Lord, you, right? This is the way, right? And I didn't hear much from him. So I took it like, okay, he's not saying nothing. That means that, you know, I should just go ahead and do what I need to do. But that wasn't the case. It was the total opposite. When, what did he say? If the teacher's not saying anything, then you don't move. That's probably totally not the way that was supposed to go, but you get it, right? Like you need to chill. If the teacher's not giving you the lesson, you can't work a lesson if you don't know what the lesson is. If the teacher's not giving you the chapter, you don't know which book to read if they don't give it to you. So you have to wait until they give you the lesson. You have to wait until they give you the book and chapter of what to read so you can learn. I don't know why I don't even know why I'm not upset. I just had to get that out. But if you're hearing this and this word has found you, please hold out. Go pray. Go take a breather and just give it to him. I'm not telling you this just so my mouth can move, okay? I've gone through some things in the last couple weeks. Like I said, like it's been hard for me, and I forget sometimes. You know, you need that reminder. And I'm thankful for my friends. Like I have a strong connection with my friends, and we remind each other of God's grace and his mercy and how he works. And we forget sometimes. People think that believers have it all together. They don't get mad. They don't, you know, they don't get upset. They don't get depressed. And when we do, it's like people are so surprised, like, oh, like, I thought that you was always happy. I thought that you would always be, you was always smiley tear, right? And that's not the case. We go through, and we need reminders to get us back on track. And that's where I was. And I just wanted to encourage somebody, just like I was encouraged, to just be patient. God's time is not your time. Okay? You thought you was gonna get married at 23? It might be 43. And you can't get mad at that, because if you do it on your own, you might end up like 50 Shades of Who Did I Marry? That's the current thing. It is March 2024. This lady is she just about famous now. She married somebody. I didn't see the series. It's like a TikTok thing where this lady, she done married this man. She calls him Legion. And again, she didn't do her due diligence by, doing her homework on this guy, and look at where she at. But I mean, it seems like it's working out in her favor, because she might get a book deal, movie deal, Tubi deal. And the lesson from that is that she didn't wait. She met the guy online, and she wanted love so bad that she did not, I don't know her belief system, but when we don't give it to Christ, when we don't pray, when we don't take counsel from the Lord, and we do it by ourselves, we're gonna end up with lesions. We're gonna end up with literal lesions, and figuratively a lesion. You get what I'm saying? But we have to take it easy. We mess up so bad when we do things on our own, and then we wonder why things are so chaotic. We wonder why things are so crazy. And some people, they never learn their lesson. They never learn. They go from one relationship to another relationship to another. They go from one job to another job. I've seen people, they don't take the time to do their homework about a thing or a career. And I've been there. Like, I didn't take my time. I took classes that I probably should have prayed about. I probably should have took my time. I wanted to feel important. So I would take a class, put all this money into a class that probably wasn't in alignment with my journey. I would waste the money. Nothing would come out of the class, and it would just be that. And I would either stop going to class, or I would fail it. It just never would work out. And that was my fault for doing things on my own, doing things ahead of time, doing things that just wasn't the right time. You can't jump, and then you complain about things not working out, instead of just taking it easy and saying, wait a minute, let's recess this. Why is things going the way they're going? What's happening? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? A lot of us never take we never question ourselves about why we do the things that we do. We just always want to go. We want to be on everybody else's racetrack instead of going our own pace. We want to be here and there, looking so important, and then we fall and we get embarrassed because we're doing all of this stuff and it's not in alignment with what God has for you. So y'all, take a chill pill, chill out, pray, ask God what is it that he wants you to do, he will give it to you. He'll give it to you, even if it's in bits and pieces, even if it's in a word from a friend. Don't count your friends out all the time. Take it to God what they say and the advice that they give, because sometimes your friends really do care about you. They really do want the best for you. They really do want to see you win. It's not all about, I've been looking at a lot of videos coming up about monitoring spirits, and that almost had me paranoid, you know. I mean, you still have to be cautious about those type of things, but at the same time, you can't be paranoid about is this person, you know, is this person out to get me, and things ain't working out probably because I told this person this. No, that's not always the case. Okay, sometimes maybe so, yeah, you got to use discernment on who you talk to and who you tell your business to, but at the same time, some people really do care about your well-being and they want the best for you. Take it all into consideration and then take it to God, and he'll show you the truth. You have to be open-minded. You have to open your heart and let him in a little bit. Stop trusting the world and not trusting God. We do that too much. We trust the world. We trust the world with what our horoscope is gonna say. We trust the world with what evolution is saying. We trust the world with what science is saying. We trust the world with the facts that are in the newspaper. We trust the world with what's in the media. We trust the world with what's in the news. We go to all these sources except the main source. And I'm not saying it to convict you. If you feel convicted, then you gotta take that to God and work it out. But I'm saying it because I've done it too. Like I said in my previous videos, I'm not gonna talk about anything that I have not either done, gone through, or is currently going through, or might go through in the future. I'm telling you stuff that's coming straight from my heart and straight from my experiences. But I want to warn you before you even get there to just take precautions. You don't want to go through unnecessary stress. You don't want to go through unnecessary strife, hurdles, boundaries. If you can avoid it, do so. But don't rush. People have gotten into some crazy situations for rushing time, rushing situations, rushing and making hasty decisions, making crazy choices. And those things will literally change your life, for good or bad. Mostly bad if you make a hasty decision and you didn't really take it to God first. So, with that being said, pray, take it easy, and have patience, y'all. Have patience. Take a woosah. Take a break. Relax, relate, release, and come back. After you have assessed the situation, after you have really, really sat down with God about it. And if he's telling you to do something, don't do the opposite, thinking that you know better. You do not know better than God. He's been around for kajillion, billion, infinite time. You only been here for 28 years, so you don't know everything. Okay? So I love you as always. I'll be back, Lord willing, to give you another lesson that I have learned the hard way. Okay? So have a good week. Have a good night, day, afternoon, wherever you at, wherever you are. And I will see you later. Bye.